Well, good morning. Welcome back to A Country Boy Can Cook, an old new production. Today, we're going to oven air fry some beef ribs. I've got this Keys Southern Spice. I've got this Keys Southern Spice. I'm going to try it on the ribs. I love barbecued beef ribs. They're expensive as heck, but I've got a couple of these. These are left over when I bought a roast, and used part of it for steaks. It's just rib eyes. It's like a standing rib roast, and used part of it for steaks. Cut some of the meat out to do a stew, and I've got the bones left with the meat. And so I'm going to see if I can use the air fryer to roast and check out these Keys Southern Spice on them. So here's what I'm going to do. I've had these frozen November 12th when I put them in the fridge. They're like double, triple wrapped. I've been them in the fridge thawing for 2 days. You can see I've got them really wrapped hard. Lots of wrapping around them to keep them so they stay fresh. I'm anxious to see if this works. I looked at a couple of recipes. I'll follow them and let you know if it does. So here's the beef ribs. There's a pretty good bit of meat on the outside of them, between them here. I think they call these short ribs. I never buy them, they're expensive. So, gonna make it pretty simple. Use his keys, just lightly, gingerly spread it over the top. These are dry, they're not wet, so it's going to stick okay. And as it gets closer to the end, I will take and put the cooking in. I'll take and paint some barbecue sauce on them. All right, let's get this air fryer going. I'm going to take and put it on air roast. This will be my first time. I'm going to roast it heavy and hot at first. So the temperature, set the temperature, maximum temperature it'll go. It's 450 degrees. Time, 10 minutes. I'm going to let it preheat. Take this rack out. It's one I cook all my toast and stuff on. It's got this rack, and I need to clean it. It's got crumbs on it, but it's okay. It won't affect it. So I'm going to let that heat up in there and put it in and let her rip. At some time I'll go back in and cut the temperature down. I want to get a crust on the outside of it to kind of seal in the moisture. That's my way of thinking is anyway. And let it cook slow and low like you do barbecue. Well, there it is. It's up to temperature. It took just a few seconds to get to the temp up. Let's see here. I don't want to touch this. I don't want to burn myself here. All right, she's cooking. I'll bring y'all back later this morning. I think it's probably going to take about an hour total time. So I'll bring you back and show you what they look like and see if they're edible at that time. I'll bring you back when I paint them with a little barbecue sauce, homemade barbecue sauce. All right, let's look at these ribs. I can see through the window here, they look pretty good. Looks like they're pulling away from the bone. Get this out so I don't burn myself. You can see where it's pulling away from the bone, which means that's cooking. I think they're kind of tough right now though. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to place them on this aluminum foil. They're still pretty tender though. But they're not fully cooked by no means. I'm going to wrap them in tin foil. Hold some of the moisture in. And cook for another, let's see, how long I want to cook this. Air roast, did the time. Temperature now, we're going to lower the temperature to 325 and the time to 15 minutes. We'll bring those out and brush on some barbecue sauce and go from there. I may be making hockey pucks, barbecue hockey pucks. I don't know. I've never cooked beef ribs. Cooked lots of pork ribs. They don't have a lot of meat on them like this. I'm just trying to get them crusty on the outside and soft and yummy on the inside. That's the old dude. Crusty on the outside. Yeah. And sweet and creamy on the inside. Yeah, y'all keep on believing that. Back here in a little bit. All right, let's take these ribs out and put a light coating of barbecue sauce on them. Total cook time now has been about 25 minutes, I think, from the initial roasting really hot, then me covering them up, and I'm bringing them back out to put some sauce on them. Aluminum foil is pretty hot, but this could be a mistake. Burn it. That's good enough. Let's do the big reveal, see what it looks like. Oh, they're looking good. You can see they're cooking away. The meat is pulling off the bone. Just a light coat of that key southern spice. And let's put some barbecue sauce on it. I think these need to get sauced. Alright. I buy this great value Walmart brand barbecue sauce. It's usually on sale a little over $1. I pour it all out when I get it. I always have an empty one sitting around. Mix a little smoked brown sugar that I make in my stove top. Mix a little brown sugar, smoked brown sugar that I make in my stovetop smoker. I've got a video on that. That stuff is really good. And now I put some spices and stuff with it, and I put a little bit of liquid smoke in it. Here in Texas, we like our barbecue to be a little spicy and a little bit sweet. It smells wonderful. I just want to take a bite of it. Let's get the other side sauced. Got a lot of meat on this end up here. It's going to be good. One of my good friends has a barbecue place here in Old Town Louisville, and Sullivan's Old Town Barbecue. I think he serves beef ribs now. I wouldn't swear to it, but maybe. I know I've asked him about it before, and the cost got so high that, you know, you had to charge $40 or $50 for one. So, of course, they're a lot bigger and a lot more meat. The ones he sells there, and they're smoked on a real barbecue pit, not this artificial way that I've done it. All right, let's get these back in the air fryer and cook for another about 15 or 20 minutes until this glaze sets on it. I've reset these back in the air fryer. Where am I at? There. I've set it at 250 degrees. That's as low as it can go. I'd really like to set it at 215. That's where I used to barbecue stuff at. So I'm gonna mess around and go to a different. Maybe I can put it on keep warm. Let's see if it'll go to keep warm. Stop it for a minute here. Let's see. Keep warm. Temp on it. Oh yeah. There you go. There you go. 200. Old dude thinking outside the box. At 30 minutes. Yeah, let's try that. Because they're pretty well cooked now, but I just wanted to be tender, long cooked. Unlock flavor with Keys Southern Spice. All right, let's check these ribs, see what they're like now. Let's see how tender they are. They're tender, but they need more cooking. You need something?
Can I go for yours?
Yeah, no problem.
Huh?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
I'm just filming these ribs. Wife wanted to know if she could come through. No problem. All right, we're gonna cook it open this time. Set this sauce on the outside that way. Paint all sides. Let's turn this thing on here. Let's see. 175 time for 1 hour. She's going down. Well, welcome back to the barbecue beef ribs done in an air fryer. I've checked them a couple of times through the day. They've been on about 6 hours. I sauced them one other time. I didn't put a video on that. And let me turn this air fryer off. I've kept them in the air fryer. I had it on keep warm. It's 180 degrees. It's a perfect temperature to keep stuff in the smoker. I used to run my smoker about 180 to 200. That's as cool as I can get it. And we long cook the food that way. Let's see if I can get these out of here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to have something. No bare hands do this. And of course I wrapped it up after I sauced it so it'd hold the moisture in. Let's see what they'll look like. Oh man. Goodness. Oh baby. Well, if the smell is anything, they're gonna be good. Let's see how tender it is. It was kind of tough this morning. No problem there. Oh, perfect. At least get these out and put them on a plate here. It smells really good. I'm going to get the leftover juices off here. I don't know what part of this has bone in it. I tell you, I'm going to just take an end piece here. I don't know where to cut at. Well, I know what to do right here. There it goes. There's no smoke ring because it's not been in a smoker, but it smells wonderful. All right, let's get a bite. See what it tastes like. It smells really good. How about a bite? It smells incredible. I hope it tastes half as good as it smells. Man. That's pretty dadburn good. My goodness. It's great. And that Keys Southern Spice was the only thing I put on it besides my homemade barbecue sauce. Man, it did the job. It unlocked the flavor just like they said. It's got a great chew to it. Almost like a steak, except barbecued wise. Yeah, it's good. Ring-a-ding-ding good. Ding-ding-ding. All right, I'm going to get out of here. It's around 4 o'clock. It's been a long cook messing with us all day long. Was it worth it? Yeah. Only thing, I wish I'd had about 5 more ribs to put in with it. But it'll go good. We've got some potato soup I made the other day. We need to finish it. And these barbecue ribs that go with a piece of bread. So, thanks for being here. I appreciate you Like I always say, I'm just an old country boy that cooks. And I'm headed to dinner.